Eotech XPS holographic sight. Time to magnify it. There's a 3 times and a 5 time magnification option. 3 times is maybe the sweet spot. Why does the 5 time exist when you have such awesome LPVO options? Well, of course, because you need to be able to magnify that sweet little holographic dot sight. But the question is, where does the 5 times magnification fall in its necessity when you do have options out there? And is it really practical? Well, the best thing you can take a look right here is the footprint. The main question is the footprint on these two. Well, it's exactly what you'd expect. Practically identical. When you throw it on, you get it on there, you're not going to notice any difference in the amount of area it covers. So you can watch me quick connect these. And right now, this is the G45, so 5 time magnification. Eotech back to back, 3 time magnification. Get this. Now let me get right up. I'll throw those side by side, and there's a little bit of depth, obviously difference between here and here, but the overall length difference is minuscule. What you'll notice is just the overall diameter is where the difference is. The diopters are different sizes. So the main variable that I account for with these two and how and why is the weight. There is a discernible weight difference when picking up the rifle. Is it something to be concerned about? Absolutely not, but it's there. That's really the only factor that I'm playing into between these two magnifiers. Beautiful thing about these quick disconnects is we can go over in a video super quick. So let's look at the front, and you'll notice the size difference. Side pro. Let's bring that into the proper plane. So they're both in a similar plane. Let's lay them down. Top view, elevation windage, they're in different locations between the two. Again, G33, G45. All that adjustment's really going to do is center up that red dot, that little holographic sight. You want it where it wants. You can zero in on the actual XPX unit. This is just going to help you center up the dot in your field of view. G33 on that quick. I have to think about the use and the practicality, and the 3 times is just a sweet spot because when you're rolling around with just the red dot, as is, this holographic sight is just fantastic for acquisition, both eyes open. Does this really help? And I will do the cut screen so that you can see how clear this is. The 3 and the 5 times, both clear all through the sight picture, no distortion. The eye relief on the 5 when viewing is tighter, which you'd expect, just a higher magnification. And there you got a picture of Batman and the elephant, left to right, up and down, using the lines and the definition in the picture. You can see that there is no distortion. The holographic sight is well lit. It is visible and distinguished all throughout. It's a very clear unit. The magnifier, this again is a 3 times magnification. The distance here is about 12 yards out on the picture from where the sight is at, and there's no issues. There's no issues with refraction, clarity. Now you switch to the G45 at 5 times magnification, and we're still at 12 yards out. Left, right, I know it's cut out of frame up on the elephant, but there is no warping or distortion. You'll notice that the eye relief, though, on the moving camera is much less forgiving than it was in the beginning of this section of the video. Just your face and your cheek well is not going to move that much. So the one thing to note is I do turn the brightness down 2 clicks when going to the G5. You can see the red dot is on the G45 5 times, and that's the focus. The focus is on Y. Ooh, sighted. The 5 times magnification for this holographic sight. You get it. You don't need it. You get it because you want to get it. You have this as an option. The 3 times is the sweet spot between, it's the bridge. It's the next step between this being a 1 in acquisition and needing a step up situationally to go for some magnification. There's such a huge gap when you have this and you go to the 5. It's almost, there's missing steps to the situation or circumstance that would necessitate this to this, whereas these two as a pair are the best that can be. You have the 5 times because you want to shoot longer. You think there may be a possibility to need that, and it's just very difficult to justify this G45, the XPS, being better than the 3 times. You get the G45 because you want it. You adapt how you shoot your situations to knowing that you have the G45. However, with the LPVOs that are available today, when you start at the 1 time magnification on those LPVOs and can go up to the 4 and 6s, my opinion is that they're just a far better option to have on the rifle than this combo. This combo, G33 and your XPS, whatever that may be, is just the functional sweet spot from a hardware standpoint and from an operational standpoint. The weight is really negligible, but you will feel the difference. I can feel the difference. And it kind of mind fucks me a little bit sometimes. It's not even that heavy. But when you have a lightweight setup and a fast purpose setup, and that's where your focus is, keep yourself mentally all right. Neither of these are wrong. There's a good why the 5 is, the why the 5 exists, because the glass is just as clear, the acquisition is just as good. You get the 5. You have the 5. You have the 5 because the 5 is sweet. Because Eotech made it. Because this little red dot, this holographic beauty, deserves a 5 times magnification. It's just some extra for an already sweet setup with a 3 times magnification.